The Seahawks play the San Francisco 49ers tomorrow on Thanksgiving night. Not really day, Thanksgiving night. Thanksgiving day, but at night. And it is a big game, and it means a lot to the Seattle Seahawks. And it doesn't just mean a lot because we are rivals of the San Francisco 49ers. It doesn't just mean a lot because we lost another game to a division rival in the Los Angeles Rams. It means a lot for so many different reasons. It means a lot because the Seattle Seahawks need to win something out of these next 4 games. And these next 4 games are not a joke at all in any way, shape, or form. These are insanely hard games, and this is a part of our schedule that can either make or break our entire season. Now, the reason I thought it was super important for the Seahawks to also go ahead and beat the Rams, which they did not, was because at 7-3, even if you lost all 4, I mean, you'd be like, you wouldn't be happy. But even if you lost all 4 after being 7-3, you'd be in a fine spot, right? You'd be at 7-7, and you'd be all right. Now, if we lose all 4, we'd be at 6-8. My goodness. So we can't lose all 4. It's not an option. It's not, if you're at 7-8 or 6-8, sorry. Well, we're at 6-3 right now. Yeah. So you'd be at 6-8. There's some serious issues going on. We wouldn't make the playoffs. The season would be over. So you got to find a way to split these games and go 8-6 when it's over. You got to find a way to split with San Francisco and then win one of those Dallas or Eagles games. Now, if you ask me, there's probably a better chance you win this game and maybe even the Eagles game at home, or it might be that Cowboys game on the road, but you have to win this one at home. If you lose this, I don't see us going to San Francisco and winning on the road in San Francisco after already losing to them, after losing 2 to the Los Angeles Rams. Clearly in division, it's getting really tough right now. It's really hard in division, especially when these teams might be a little bit better than you. The Rams aren't even better than the Seahawks, but the 49ers are a little bit more talented and have a little bit more talent on their team and are playing a little bit better. So you got to find a way to beat them, because if you lose one of them, you're going to probably go lose that game on the road as well. This is going to be an insane 4-game stretch. And let's just break down the overall. I'm on PFF here. Remember, right now the Seattle Seahawks sit at 9th overall on PFF, okay? They're sitting at 9th. Every team we're playing in the next 4 weeks is ahead of the Seahawks. Number 1 overall on PFF is the San Francisco 49ers. Number 3 overall is the Dallas Cowboys. And number 7 overall is the Philadelphia Eagles. The Seahawks sit at number 9, which is actually a lot better than most people probably assume. We are still ahead of the Jaguars, Chiefs, Texans. We're right below the Vikings. It's 49ers, Dolphins, Cowboys, Ravens, Lions, Bills, Eagles, Vikings, Seahawks. We've beat the Lions. We got our ass kicked by the Ravens, and now we're playing 3 out of those top 7 teams in back-to-back weeks. Obviously, the Geno Smith stuff's interesting because he might be out, but I don't think he is. It sounds like he should be playing, him and Abe Lucas, which could change the team. But I also feel like they don't want to say that because they want to keep the possibility of confusing the 49ers. Is it Drew Lock? Is it Geno Smith? Who's actually starting? I think that is an intriguing thing for the Seahawks to do, is actually play it by game time questionable decisions. Abe Lucas being back would change the game. Our offensive line hasn't been healthy at all year. On pass blocking currently, according to PFF, where do we rank here? Pass blocking, we are currently at 20th in the NFL with the Chicago Bears right there, tied 20th at a 60.5, which is awful. And run blocking, we are 9th, which is much better. But if we can somehow get somewhere closer from 20th, get in the top 15 with pass blocking, if you get Abe Lucas back and finally you have, Damian Lewis and Charles Cross and Abe Lucas and this whole line just looking a lot better, you're going to be able to protect the quarterback more. You're going to be able to protect the whole entire Geno Smith scenario. He's not going to get hit as much, and he might play better as a result of it. So overall, this is super important for the Seahawks. You need Geno Smith playing, or it's going to be disastrous. Again, if Drew Lock has to play his first full start against this 49ers defense, yikes. On PFF right now, the 49ers defense is rated first overall. Above the Jets, above the Ravens, above the Cowboys, they are rated first overall. You need Geno Smith in this game. You need Abraham Lucas to play tomorrow in this game and make sure the Seahawks have a chance to win this game. Another reason it's important is not just because of the record, right? I know we're talking about the record. The record's important, don't get me wrong. I said, if you lose all four, now we're 6-8. But that also means like everything that you've built this year, trading for Leonard Williams, re-signing Geno Smith, drafting Devin Witherspoon, getting everything done the way we got it done, kind of becomes a moot point. And Geno Smith's not getting any younger. So Geno Smith wasn't a long-term play regardless. He wasn't a play for the 3, 4, 5 years. He was a play for 2 years, maybe a year or two until you get a quarterback, because we thought we had a chance to be good this year. We were 9-8 last year. If we lose these 4, even lose 3 out of the 4, we're talking about 7-7? That's tough. You got to go win a lot of games at the end of the year, which we might do. Last year, we ended the year on a lot of losses, kind of the opposite of what's going on right now, the way we're losing right now. But you're in that second. You're tied basically with the Vikings, basically tied. They've played one more game with one more loss. But if you lose this week, you're going to be tied with the Vikings there for the last playoff spot. And other teams, one win by the Rams or the Falcons or the Bucks or the Packers, that keeps them back in there. A win changes everything. A win puts the Seahawks at 7-4 and the 49ers at 7-4. AKA the Seahawks will now have the advantage over the 49ers in the division. Now, winning last week would have been nice so we could actually have a full game lead, but you can always hope. Hoping doesn't do much. At the end of the day, a win means a lot, like I said, not just for the record, not just for the future, not just for the playoff picture, but this is the division. A win puts you at a chance to be tied records-wise, but pretty much ahead with the tiebreaker over the 49ers. And then if that happens, no one gives a damn how we've been playing. I don't care about the Ravens' loss anymore. I don't care about the Rams' loss anymore. If we're tied at 7-4, or we're leading the division, actually, technically, with the tiebreaker at 7-4, I'll forget about everything. I'll be going into Dallas next Thursday saying we're about to win this game and win another big game. And then if you lose one to Philly or another one to the 49ers, you're okay. But this game means a lot for morale. This team has had their ass beat a couple times. This team has seen their quarterback get hurt on offensive line playing crappy. They've seen it slip away in a super close game against the Rams. Like, that was tough. I mean, it's taken back-to-back weeks of game-winning field goals to try to win a game. One goes in, one doesn't. But if they both go in, you have a way different season. So you can be really down, but you can also find a way to use this as a positive outlook. Is that one win can erase a lot of that's happened. And let's not forget, a lot of the years that the Seahawks have had extreme success, major success, like going to conference championships and going deep in the playoffs. There's been years where they've been swept by the Rams or swept by the 49ers and have found ways to get deep into the playoffs. In-division stuff is questionable, so don't overreact to it. But this game is not a reaction type of game if we win or lose. This is just important. This is for if you have any chance of winning the division. This is if you have any chance of making the season seem viable. If you get your ass kicked by the Niners the way we did by the Ravens, let's say, these next 4 games are going to be absolutely awful. We're going to be screwed. So I hope that's not the case. Seahawks need to go win. It's a must-win. I'm nervous. Do not get me wrong, but it's Thanksgiving. I'm going to have a glass of wine. I'm going to have some food. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to be excited, relax, and watch this game and hope the Seahawks can just give us a nice Thanksgiving surprise like last time we played Thanksgiving against the 49ers. And Mr. Richard Sherman got 2 picks, and the Seahawks won, and Richard Sherman and Russell Wilson were eating the turkey legs. I'm hoping to see that again this year. I don't give a damn what happened last week. I don't give a damn about our record right now. I just care about beating the 49ers, and it means a lot if we do. So let's go do it. If we do, maybe I'll get on here a little tipsy, little post a lot of wine talking about it tomorrow night. We'll see. You never know what happens. I love y'all. Go beat the fucking Niners.